Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, firstly I'm sounding a little bit lispy again because I've got my retainer back in. I keep forgetting to put it back in because I'm supposed to be wearing it for like the next 2 weeks because my teeth have kind of started to move again. I'm literally wearing the exact same thing as my previous video, but this time I just shoved on this cardigan over the top, but it's literally the most unflattering thing ever. Like I feel like it makes me look 10 times bigger than I actually am. So as you can see, I've done my foundation and concealer and my eyebrows, but in today's video I'm going to be testing some of the new Primark makeup, and specifically today I'm testing the kind of Fenty knockoff stuff, well the Fenty dupe Primark range pretty much. We've got eyeshadow palette, contour palette, highlighter, lipstick, a pigment, lots of different stuff to test, so I thought I would make this into a separate video and then do the Alice in Wonderland stuff in another video. We all know that I love a good dupe here, so if you guys want to see if this Primark stuff works, then just keep watching. I've got this mirror which has got a light in it, but the light just won't turn off. Like you press it and it goes off, but then it instantly comes back on and it's so annoying. So if you didn't already see, I posted a Primark haul on Friday and that's where I talked about all of this makeup stuff. So if you guys want to see all of the prices and me just initially showing these things and the other Primark makeup that I got, then go and watch that haul video. But I know for a fact that the palettes that I got were both £4 each, which I actually thought was really reasonable because normally for a contour palette or an eyeshadow palette or something, I would expect it to be more around like £8 or something. So this is the first thing. This is the pure Primark range contour palette, and like I said, this was £4. When I picked this up in the store, I was like, that's an interesting contour shade to go for. I just thought it looked very dark and very cool toned, and then on top of that they've got a blushy sort of highlight, a bright highlight, and then another highlight here. If I just give them a swatch, ooh, that actually looks really nice. I think I'm going to use this pink one as a blush, although it's very, very shimmery. To be fair, the highlighters look quite nice. Okay, that one did not come out at all when I swatched it. Yeah, like if you compare this one to the pink one swatched so much better. And then that's the white one. So they do look pretty nice so far. And then the contour shade just didn't really come out at all. I'm going to go straight in with the contour shade, and I'm using my NYX 06 fan brush, which is my favourite thing to contour with. Oh, my mirror has stopped flashing, hallelujah. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this contour shade, not going to lie, I'm kind of scared. By the way, I do have a bit of cream bronzer on already, which is why the size of my face looks slightly more defined than usual. I'm not going to lie, that actually looks pretty good. I was really quite digging my brush in there, and I think the fact that this seems to be lacking in pigmentation is actually a bonus because it's not coming across super muddy. Okay, so I'm just cutting in here while editing. Looking back at this footage, I feel like it doesn't look as good as I thought it did when I was filming, and looking in the mirror, I don't know, just I feel like on camera it's not looking that great and it does look a little bit muddy. I feel like the shade was definitely too dark for me, but I don't know, for some reason in the video I seem to really like it, but I mean it was okay, but it's just not my favourite. Like watching this back, I've definitely tried other contour products that I prefer, but you know what, hey ho, it's alright, it's only £4. If you're new here, I'm really not the best at contouring, but I feel like that actually looks okay. So because that is too ashy to put on the rest of my face, I'm just going to quickly bronze up the rest of my face using my CYO bronzer. Because I couldn't find a blush there, I don't know if they did any blushes in this pure range. I'm just going to use this shade right here as a blush. It is very shimmery and it does say highlight underneath it, but because it's pink, I'm going to use it as blush. Wish me luck. So it definitely has glow in there. I think if you had a medium skin tone and you wanted a pinky toned highlighter, then maybe you would like this. I don't want to put too much on because obviously I'm not using it as my main highlighter. Obviously I have the other highlighters in this palette which I did just swatch, but I also have an actual highlighter. This again is a complete kind of copy of the Fenty Beauty highlighter packaging, how it's like hexagonal and everything, and it's got this same sort of font on it. Oh my god, I can't open this. This was £3 and I got the shade Arctic Ice. They didn't seem to have any other shades. I went to the Primark on Tottenham Court Road. They didn't seem to have any other shades. This was the last one left, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy it because I wanted to give it a try. And to be fair, for £3, the actual design of this is really good. It's got a mirror, it's like embossed on the inside. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Swatching it, it looks incredible. Like, it looks so nice, but Just judging by this swatch, that definitely looks like it's going to be too dark on my cheeks, but I'm going to try it anyway and see how we go. And looking at it like this, when it hits the light, it looks really light, but actually that's its sort of colour. Oh my god, it's so pretty, but look, it's too dark. You can kind of just see this line on my face that does not look good. Look, do you see what I mean? But it's so pretty. I'm really sad about that. I really was hoping that I'd be able to get away with this, but I'm not going to put it on the other cheek because I did just try and brush some of it off because it just makes me look a bit like I've been punched in the cheek. But oh my goodness, if you have like darker skin than me, I think this is going to be absolutely stunning. Like, it is a really nice highlighter, it's just not my shade. So that means that I'm going to go in with this palette right here. First, I'm going to test this one to see if it actually will pick up on my brush because it didn't really pick up when I swatched it. Like, I feel like this one has just been too hardly pressed. Same with the contour palette, it just doesn't seem to be picking up anything. Okay, that actually looks pretty nice. I really did a lot of swelling my brush in there though, but actually that has come out really nicely on my cheek. I'm just going to test the white one on the other side. You know what? These are pretty damn nice. They're just a bit of a different texture. They're quite hard, so you really have to rub your brush in there quite a bit. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm just going to take that same shade down my nose. Uh-oh. My nose has started to get a bit oily because my foundation's been on for a while and it's kind of taking it off. Okay, trying to get this shade to build on my brow bone is taking a bit more work. Like, I keep having to dip back in and go over it. So overall, I don't mind this palette. It's definitely not my favourite. I've definitely tried other highlighters that are better. I would say your best bet is probably to just get the individual highlighter, like if your skin tone would work for that, because that one was so much more pigmented and metallic and it took a lot less building. I mean, this is okay, but I personally wouldn't like rate it. I probably, to be honest, wouldn't use it again because I've got a lot of other drugstore products that are a lot better than this. It's not my fave, but it did work. Like, it did the job. I still think it looks nice. So moving on to the eyeshadow palette. This is just called the Pure Eyeshadow Palette. It's a very similar packaging to the other one. And this one on the inside, it looks like this. I don't think Fenty Beauty has got a neutral palette yet. I could be wrong. So the colours aren't the same, but the whole kind of like idea of it is very, very similar. So I'm just gonna dive into some of these. There is only 3 shimmer shades, I think. The rest are matte. The shimmers are the gold. There's a kind of dark charcoaly grey, and then there is a light bluey grey. That gold swatched really nicely. Okay, wait. The dark kind of charcoal grey one is a matte, but it's got like glitters in it, if that makes sense. It's not an actual shimmer formula. And then that is the bluey silver one. It's okay, but I would say the gold one is definitely the nicest out of the shimmers. I'm going to take this one and this one and this one in my crease and just kind of build them up, I guess. Pretty pigmented. Okay, so this is the first shade that I pointed to. It's kind of pretty much the same sort of colour as my skin. Okay, they have quite a bit of kickback in the pan. I don't know if you can see there's like eyeshadow all over here. Nothing too bad. And you know, like the Anastasia palette is like £43 and it gets the exact same thing. This is literally £4. So, okay, those shades didn't really do too much. I'm then using this one. It scares me that these are the only like warm colours. The rest of them are like cool toned. Ooh. Why does my eyelid look so unbelievably dry? That shade is really, really pigmented, but like when I dipped into it, there was quite a lot of fallout in the actual eyeshadow pan, so I would just say be careful, like you don't need to dig your brush in there too much. So those are my warm transition shades. The rest of the shades, apart from the gold, are all cool toned, so I'm gonna have to do a cool toned look here, guys. I'm gonna go with this cool toned brown down here. Seems pretty pigmented. I don't know why my eyelid is looking so dry. This colour seems really pigmented when you pick it up, and when you pack it on your eyelid, it's pretty pigmented, but when you kind of blend it out, it definitely loses some of that pigment. I feel like it's going a bit patchy, but then that could just be my weird eyelid. Let's try the even darker brown, which is this one here. Again, it's a matte, and it looks really pigmented when you pick it up. And see, like, look at that, it goes on really pigmented. But I feel like it's definitely not blending as nice as the warm transition shade I used. Like, do you guys see that? You know what, guys? Let's go for this blue down here. And then I think I'm going to try and do some kind of halo eye using this blue. I'm going to use this one first, though. And I'm just putting this on my inner and outer corners and kind of connecting it in my crease. Oh, I feel like this was a mistake. To be fair, it doesn't look too bad on camera, but this blue is just, like, I had to put quite a few layers on and it's gone a little bit patchy. It just feels very dry and kind of chalky. Like, these eyeshadows do feel pretty chalky, which is a shame. Let's take a bit of that warm transition to blend it out. Okay, most of that colour just blended away. Go back over it again. Next, what I'm going to do is take some concealer on a flat brush and I'm just going to do a little summon on the middle of my eyes. And then taking this shimmery blue and I'm going to put that all over where I just put my concealer. So that definitely took a bit of building, but now that's on there, that actually looks really nice. Apart from my wonky cut crease. So I'm then going back in with the blue that I used earlier and I'm just gonna add this to the outer edges. I'm just quickly going to do my lower lash line with a couple of those shades that I used earlier. I have got a little bit of fallout on my face around here and it's kind of stuck in my oiliness because I am filming a foundation testing, so I didn't want to powder my face, but it's kind of gone a little bit messy. On my inner corners, I'm going to use this colour here, which is like a matte white sort of colour. And then I'm also taking some of that blue from my lid and I'm just going to run a bit of that along here as well. Okay, I had completely forgotten that I had this pinkish sort of eyeshadow pigment. I am still going to use a little bit of this because I don't want it to go to waste. This is the Pure Double Dimension Eye Pigment. This was £2. They had a couple of shades, but this one was, oh my god. This one was the most appealing to me and it's a loose pigment. Literally like a crushed eyeshadow in a jar and it's got a little stopper thing. Oh my god, if I drop this on the floor, I will cry. Ooh, it feels really weird. Oh my gosh. That is a swatch of it there. It's like this pink duochrome sort of colour, but it's a really weird texture. It almost feels like they were trying to make an eyeshadow or a highlighter, but the formula went kind of wrong and so they just bunged it into a jar. But it's all kind of balled up and it's a really weird texture. I don't really know how to describe it. Like, it's all in like tiny, tiny little balls as if they've put too much oil in it or something. So I'm going to add some of this to my inner corners. And again, it's kind of going on my inner corner a bit clumpy. It's just a very weird lumpy formula that my brush is really struggling to pick it up. Yeah, I mean, the colours are definitely not my favourite. And to be honest, I don't think I would use it again because, like I said with the contour palette and highlighter, I've definitely got other drugstore palettes that perform better. But also as well, like, can you see the clumpiness of this weird pigment? Like, it's just a very strange sort of texture. Then I got two different mascaras from Primark, which were £2 each. I'm going to test one of them in this video and one of them in my other video. So I think today I'm going to go for the amplified one. It's got a plastic bristly brush. Let's see how we go. So it's definitely not the best mascara I've ever tried, but it's definitely not the worst either. I mean, it's doing an alright job. Considering the fact this was £2, I'm actually pretty impressed. Okay, so it's a very wet mascara and I looked down briefly and it's gone on my under eyes. I've got it on my skin. So considering the mascara was only £2, I think it did a pretty good job. Then the final stage is the lips. I got this Pure Gloss lipstick in the shade Faith. I think this was £2 if I remember rightly. Again, it's in the hexagonal packaging, which is so similar to the Fenty stuff. It smells kind of fruity like Primark's other lipsticks. It says it's a gloss lipstick, so I'm just going to wipe off my lip balm. Ooh, that is a gorgeous colour. The actual lip colour of this is such a nice nude colour. It's like a really gorgeous brownie nude. Yeah, it definitely has a glossy finish. It feels really moisturising. If you like a moisturising glossy lipstick, then I think you would really like this. It actually feels really nice on my lips. My favourite thing is probably actually the lipstick. The highlighters are pretty nice from that contour palette, and I do think I prefer the contour palette to the eyeshadow palette. Even though I have got like a nice look overall, there was quite a few issues with like pigment pigmentation and patchiness and fallout and stuff like that. So, but then again, it was only £4, so I feel like I can't really complain. I'm here to just give you my honest reviews on things, whether something is £4 or £40. I'm gonna tell you how it really is. So I'm literally wearing like Shane Dawson merch, a chunky cardigan, and cool toned makeup. I feel like this is not a look right now. Question of the day comes from Yaz EB, and she says, please can you do a makeup collection 2018? Honestly, you guys, I don't know if I will ever do a makeup collection. I really want to, but I think first I need to move out and organize everything, because I've got makeup in so many different rooms and boxes and on top of counters, and like nothing is organized, and it would literally take me forever to organize it. So maybe one day I will get around to doing that, but we'll see. That wasn't the main question. She said, question of the day, what time do you wake up in the morning? And just being completely and totally honest with you guys, I am not a morning person. If I am working from home, like for example today, the time is currently 6:30 as I'm like filming this video. So far today I've edited one video and I'm filming, this is my second video that I've been filming today. So it's pretty good going for like my like working day or whatever. I woke up today at about 10 o'clock I think, so that's when I got out of bed and had breakfast. Most days, I'm not gonna lie, like last night I was up editing until about 1:30. So I definitely don't have normal working hours, but I kind of find that I'm more productive later in the day, and I definitely find that I get a lot more done when I wake up at about 10 and then I'll go to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m, which is kind of bad. It's like not the best sleeping pattern, but then to be fair, like I don't really need to wake up to like commute into work, which I'm very, very grateful for. So yeah, I'm not a morning person. It's normally after 9, I would say. So that is it for this video, you guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. So I really hope you're all doing really, really well, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye.